Welcome everyone to our weekly Essential Island Living team call. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's go ahead and grab an oil that is near you. I have wild orange. Take a couple of deep breaths. If you feel so inclined, go ahead and repeat after me. I am doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. All right. We have a really great call tonight. Amanda's going to be sharing with us about Ylang. Is it Ylang? Is that how you say it? Okay. And Kate and Ray are going to be sharing with us all about vendors. They just hosted an amazing vendor event and it got me super pumped to get back into booking those pretty regularly. And then we're going to wrap up the night with a little bit of call to action. So super grateful to have y'all here. And Kate's going to go ahead and share her screen and Amanda can, oh, sorry, Kate. Okay.
All right. Can you hear me? Okay. So I was trying to think of what I wanted to share for our product tonight. And so I decided to go into my Essential Emotions book and look for something that I had noticed happening to me lately to see if I could find an oil that I need. So that's where this came from. So inside the book at the back section, there's a body guide where you can go and look at different things that might be happening to you. And it will give you the emotional root, the underlying emotions, and a look deeper into that with questions. So the body sheds the tears, the eyes refuse to shed. So that's super important because you might come out in acne, or it might come out with tummy problems, or you might have, all the things that happen with your body showing your emotions, because sometimes you're not crying your tears out, but your body is showing what you're feeling. So this is a weird one, but I have noticed, you can go to the next slide, that in the last few months, I've been having calluses on my feet. And I never have had that. I don't wear really uncomfortable shoes, and I don't work on with no shoes on very often. I always have socks on in my house or slippers. So I noticed when the last few times I've gotten my toes done that I've got these crazy calluses on the bottom of my feet. And it's you feel, it's like a lump of something under there, but it doesn't go away. It's not like a callus that you can shave off, or it's internal. So I was like, okay, what is up with my calluses? So that's what I looked up, and it's hardened concepts and ideas, or overly responsible for loved ones. And if you know me, this is 100% true. Especially, I've got 4. Did you hear that? I said 4 kids.
I
And
heard
3
it
of
right
them
off
are
the bat.
teenagers. Yep, and 3 of them are teenagers. So it's it's a lot right now. So hard-headed, rejection, burdened, and clingy are the emotions that go with calluses. So what I did was I looked up all of those emotions, and the oil that was in all of them was Ylang. So that's why I decided on that one for me. And then the questions that it posed was, what will it take to experience new ideas and ways of doing things? And am I taking on more responsibility than is mine? Do I see life as drudgery? It kind of sounds a little, but honestly, right now in the moment, these absolutely ring true for me. So I'm gonna go to the next slide so that we can learn a little bit about this oil. So Ylang comes from Madagascar. I know this is super small, but I'm going to tell you about each of the things. And it takes about 2 pounds of the plant to make 1 bottle of our oil. There's 48 published studies about the benefits of this oil, and it's also called the perfume tree because it's got a highly fragrant flower. It supports cellular, soothing, and antioxidant support. So that's what those 3 are. So you can see it's got a high chemistry of antioxidant, which is great. You can go to the next one. So traditionally, it's used as part of like religious and wedding ceremonies for centuries, and it's also used in aromatherapy for creating a soothing, positive, relaxed environment, all things I need, used to ease a tense and stressful atmosphere. And you can take internally, which I've never done. So that's what I'm going to start doing to see if it supports me. You can take just a couple drops inside a capsule, or if you want to try it in your tea. I don't know how that would taste, but I'll let you know once I do try it. It supports immunity. It's also really great for our skin. So you might see that it's in some of our skin lines, and you could add it to your lotion. You could add it to your face lotion. You could use it neat. Oh, cool. You made Kehao's wedding favors with this oil. Very cool. It can be used aromatically, topically, internally, like I said. You can diffuse it to help you wind down. It's also really good with like citrus oils, bergamot, grapefruit, things like that, if you want to mix your oils. Let's see. What else? Oh, and then I like to, you can put it on the next one. One of the ways that I actually use this, because I don't use ylang very often, but this is what I usually use it for. It's a lubricant. It's actually really good. You can also use it as a massage. But it has, I just use coconut oil and then the ylang and the black pepper. You don't want to go crazy on the black pepper, but it's like a stimulant, right? Because it's like tingly, but don't put more than the 4 drops. That's probably not a good idea. And also peppermint. So yeah, nice and fresh.
Can we
Anyways,
talk about the
yeah, so
author's
take a
name of
screen.
this? Personal
What?
lubricant. Can we talk
It's
about
a
the
personal
author?
lubricant.
No, but look at the author. Don't mess with mama.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And this is my favorite one. Like I've tried several, but this one smells really good and it works well.
Let's post this
So
up in the customer group. Can you do that? Post this
I
graphic
can,
in the customer.
yeah.
I actually have an empty bottle I need to make a concoction with, so I'm gonna do this one.
I'm still laughing at the fact that this is Janice's husband's favorite oil.
I love, well, maybe, do you have a personal lubricant that you use regularly?
Hey, don't forget we have teenagers on the call.
Oh, close your ears. Does anybody else have other ways they like using this?
I wonder if Kehao can. I mean, I feel like she shared about this oil before. She's probably
Oh, prom roller blends. Kay House says she made for junior prom.
So like Kanani posted first, I made my favors for my wedding were Ylang and Wild Orange, which is a sweetheart blend.
Cute.
And then I just made 280 blends using Ylang.
Oh yeah, my daughter brought one home and I was thinking,
yeah,
who
that
made
was
all
me.
these?
That was me. Yeah, I made them
Yay.
all for favors for junior prom.
Yep,
So
that was
I
amazing.
absolutely love Ylang Ylang.
Thank you. That's so awesome.
Yay, I'm glad you
Anyways,
got to see it.
yeah, it was super cute. And the little, like, little mini one,
Yep.
I may have taken it from her room. She doesn't know. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to be trying to introduce a little more of this internally in the next week to see how it helps me feel. And that's all I have for you tonight.
That was awesome. I love this idea of like thinking about the emotions that you're feeling and then going and finding like what the root causes were, and that reminder of like we might be experiencing things internally and not necessarily expressing them through, for instance, something like tears, but our body is always finding ways to expel, you know, and try to get rid of that negative energy. So super powerful. Thanks, Amanda, for sharing.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and turn it over to Kate and Ray to talk about vendor events. Is that what's next?
I was wondering maybe Kanan was going to do something first, or I can jump right into.
Yeah, I wanted to just do something real quick. I know we have a smaller group tonight, but I do want everybody to share. It's just going to be quick, and it's just a win, any win, small win, big win, whatever. What did you do this week? What was the action item? And let's keep it all positive. I know that we can go down the negative road, of course, of all the things that has happened, but here we are midweek. So I'll just go first, and just nobody's gonna get called on. Just unmute and say something. Doesn't need to be long. So my win was I had a person interested in MetaPower, and she was adamant about not enrolling, super adamant. She just wanted MetaPower. And I just told her it's the last month for Diamond Club promos. You can get a free diffuser, you'll get a free adaptive, like it just kind of makes sense, blah, blah, blah. So after we talked it out, she was like, yes, it does make sense. Just enroll me with MetaPower. I'll probably never use the account again, but just enroll me because I want the freebies. And I was like, all right, sure, great. So that was my win. Somebody else can unmute and share.
I can go. Sorry, I was done without. I have I am not one to post on Instagram and do those kind of things, and I really am not one to share or celebrate our successes. We're like quiet. But Liza had shared a post last week about Jai and I hitting platinum, and Tatum, which is actually a former student of Liza's, and actually family friends, like close family friends of ours, she actually reached out and she's doing the business. Tatum, show your face. Where are you? So we're super excited. And you guys, we just met on Sunday, right? Tatum, was Sunday, yeah?
Yes.
We met for a business overview on Sunday morning. We hooked up on Sunday night evening. She enrolled on Sunday evening. Monday night, she got 3 aunties to the class. She just got today a 205 PV enrollment. Like, she's moving. So excited, Tatum. She's doing all things. So, Anne, how old are you, Tatum?
I'm 19.
So like Jai is lining up, like he has people in place, and Dylan's on here, and we'll celebrate her next week. But yeah, so Jai's getting all his peoples together, all these young ones. Exciting for them.
Millennials. Wait, are we in the millennial?
Are you guys? I think you guys have left millennials, and you're like a whole.
Ew, we're Gen Z, Jai. Come
Gen
on.
Zs, Gen Zs.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
what
Gen
is?
Zs.
Oh, I like the word millennial better. So
You're just like an old soul. It's okay.
I feel like Miley, I want to pop in because Tatum was my student the first year that I was at Pu'ukukui, the first year it opened. That was a super special class for me. And I'm just so stoked to have her on. And I wanted to, do you guys remember? And I'm bummed because my mom's always on this call. Do you guys remember the post I did about the student who shared about me with the college professor and my mom, like a student and my mom had the same class and she shared about me on this? That was Tatum. So, I mean, when you talk about something coming full circle and having all of these just constant, and her mom's been my customer, a customer forever. It's just really cool. So I'm super excited. And I think it's a good reminder for us, like everything that she shared when we did her business overview about what she wants in her life and that freedom to give back and to travel. And I mean, there's the whole next generation who recognizes that they can create the life that they want to live on their own terms and are conscious of the environment and conscious of health and wellness. So keep celebrating your successes. Even if it's just the product successes that you have, keep celebrating the business successes. It's not always just about you. Like Miley's always like, no need, no need. And I'm like, it's not about you. It's about everybody else who needs to see what's possible. And everybody else who can gain inspiration from that. And if I never did that post on Miley and Jai and their success, maybe at some point Tatum would have reached out, but that was the moment that it clicked for her. Like, I want to align myself with this. So just a reminder to you guys. And that's true even with the products. People don't know what you have to offer if you're not sharing about it. If you're quiet about it, nobody knows. This was supposed to be short, and in true fashion, I went on forever. But I'm just so excited. And I feel like Tatum brings a new energy to our community that I think we all need to recognize is out there. Okay.
I just wanted to share one more thing, just because I feel like this has been super important since January 1st, when I decided that my whole life would be focused on protecting my peace. But in the process, I realized that I don't like to celebrate my wins, right? I'm just like, hey, next. And to hit platinum, you guys, I really had to celebrate every small win. And even if it was a $20 20 PV order, was like, I got a 20 PV order. So just every little small win, you got to celebrate that, even if it's just within yourself, because I think that has been key in this part of the business to keep pushing forward. And because it is hard a lot of the times, right? It's super hard. And platinum is super hard, but whew, did it.
We'll do team celebrations next week. Anybody else want to share? And okay, sorry, but celebrate you coming to this call. I am so grateful every single week for everyone who shows up on this call, because whether or not you can turn on your camera or be fully engaged, the fact that you made that effort shows a level of commitment to your business, of commitment to your community. And so this is a win. I think in this business, it's easy to think about all the things you don't do, all the things we're not doing, all of the success that's not coming. You being on this call tonight is a win. So celebrate that, because we celebrate it. We're so grateful for everyone who shows up.
Okay, 2 more people. Just unmute and go. Don't even think. 2 more. Then we're going to turn it over to Kate and Rick. Ready, go.
Thanks, Eliza, for reminding me. I always forget on Wednesdays because I work so late. But anyway, I'm here.
And I
And
love
I'm trying to do it. Hi.
love that you're here.
But before you guys get back, I know your next topic is going to be about going out and doing vendors. Well, my daughter and I are starting up. I'm just going to jump to that because that's my excitement for now, because we're starting a whole new thing with Fourth Friday this coming or next week. And it's going to be more like a wellness tent. So I'm going to have all my doTERRA there with me, and I'm going to do chair massages, and she's going to do her crystals and candles and all that. But yeah, Hi, bye.
Awesome. So happy to see you, K-How. So awesome. So Fourth Friday, go check them out. One more, any share, any type of win, whatever.
I'll share. This is Janice. I got one dormant builder finally reached out to me and we're having lunch this weekend. So
Awesome, Janice. Yay. Yay for dormant builders coming alive. Woohoo. All right. It's your turn, Mochi girl.
Yay. Well, thinking about celebrations, one of our wins will, this is our little transition here, is perfect, is Ray and I did with her amazing team, help of Bernice, Lel, and Lisa, a great, and her sister, gotta include her too, Joy, an excellent event this past weekend on Oahu at the Mililani Craft Fair. So we're super excited. We had a huge success. So it was perfect timing for us coming off of it to share just kind of the how-tos of doing events. But it was great because we enrolled a bunch of people, we got tons of contacts, we sold product, and we just were of service and educated a ton of people on our products and our wellness solutions. So it was a huge success. Okay, I'm going to share my screen back again and kind of go into some of the how-tos. And you have to know with events, there's no right or wrong way to do it. So just hearing that K-How's about to do an event and she's doing it with her daughter and with the crystals and having a wellness tent, that's great. So take the ideas you like from what we're doing and know that you can personalize how you do events the way you feel comfortable and fits your strength and your team strength. All right, so here's a picture of us this past Saturday at our event. It was really awesome to get to know Lel and Lisa a little bit more too, because they live on Oahu. And you can kind of see our spread, which we can come back to this picture in a little bit. But for me, I've done quite a number of events. I probably do about 2 or 3 a year. And I feel like now that I've been doing them, I want to do more because I feel like they are always a huge win. So coming back to this idea of like, why doing events? Because some of us on the call might be, newer to the business or don't even know how to approach it. Well, here's some of the things that if you're feeling these things, then you might want to jump into an event. If you're feeling stuck where you're like, I've exhausted my warm market, my friends and family, I need new contacts, do an event. You're going to meet within 2-3 hours, you're going to meet like 20-30 people that are like, what is this? Tell me more. They want to know, they want education, and you get to meet new people, you get to collect their info. You might have some product that you have left over. Maybe you have like 4 purifies. You're like, I don't know what to do with this. Have an event. You can get some of your product out of your stash while doing all the things. It's also super fun because you get to engage with not only new customers, but you also get to work with your builders because of course it's way more fun to do an event when you're doing it together with somebody, and you get to know each other better. You get to collaborate and just build that relationship. And then you also get to be of service to your community. So I love doing events. It's always a little bit of a risk because you're putting yourself out there. And I do remember one of my very first ones, I was very nervous, but you just rip that Band-Aid off and you just jump in there and do it. So yes, Ray and I are just gonna kind of go back and forth. She's gonna interrupt me whenever she wants to say something. So Ray, feel free. But these are kind of our big whys. You might want to do an event. And so tonight we wanted to talk kind of like before, during, and after, like what does it look like? And again, this is just the way I've done things. I know we have a lot of people on the call that have done events. So if you have tips and tricks, throw them in the chat as we go. If you're like, oh, we also do this, or this also works. And every event is different because it depends on what the theme is. Like you might have a Mother's Day event. You might have a holiday event because it's almost Christmas. You might have a springtime event, or it might be something that's geared towards like the athletic department. So you might want to have deep blue on hand. So it all depends on what the event is. But here are some of our things that run through my mind. I'm a very list person, so I made a list for you to follow along. So find a teammate to join you. It's really hard when you're at an event and you have like 5 people at your table, because you want to talk to every single person and you want to give them the education. You want to get their contact information. You want to provide that service. And if there's only one of you, it's really hard to reach each of them. So find a teammate, maybe 2, maybe 3 to join you, depending on what type of event it is. Because then you can also have multiple people. And honestly, it's a great way to mentor your builders too, because they get to learn how to talk to people on the fly about oils, which is essentially what we all should be able to do, and just be able to speak to what we enjoy, what we know that's working, and feel comfortable with that. So find someone to join you. Decide what you're going to focus on. We were focusing on this Mother's Day event, so we kind of geared some of our products towards what would people want to buy for their moms. So kind of decide what that focus is going to be. Make a checklist.
Can I interrupt you for a minute?
Always.
Okay, so with that, decide on what to focus on. Also, are you going to focus on selling your extra product, or educating people for enrollments, or getting contacts? Because here's why I'm saying that. If you're focusing on selling all your extra product, then you got to have all this product on hand, right? And that was my takeaway, because Kate and I went with huge suitcases stuffed with product, but really our focus was on educating people and sharing with the community and connecting with people. So we were so busy talking story, and same with Lel and Lisa, who were with us. So it was like we knew we were in. I have to say also, Lel, Lisa, and that's our hometown community. So I grew up in the town right next door to Mililani and Wahiawa, and we're all classmates. So we knew we were going to see people. And anyway, so if you're going to focus on the relationships and on education, then you're going to bring different kinds of materials with you. Okie dokie.
Yeah. That was really cool too about this event, is Ray knew all these people. And so, they kept running into people, and her family was there because she also invited her family to come, which I think is also a great thing to do ahead of time. I didn't write it on this list, but if you have friends or family close by, say, hey, come stop by, say hi. They're going to come, they're going to, give you that support, and they might learn something new when they come too, which is great. All right. I'm also reading the chat, and Liza just kind of reminded everyone, same thing for me. We have tablecloth stands, whatever you need, you can always borrow. So know that our team has these resources. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy $200 worth of a table and all the stands and a banner. Like, we have certain things. So ask your uplines first before you feel like you have to commit to that as well. All right, then start making your checklist. This is mine, and of course I kind of just copy my last one and then revise it for whatever event we're doing. So here's just our checklist that we shared on a Google Doc to keep track of who was bringing what. And I have to say, sometimes we bring too much, but it's always hard to know what's going to sell. It's hard to know who's going to be interested in what, it's, yeah. So we like to try to have a variety of things, just so if the random person asks for Purify, which I didn't bring, 2 people asked for it. I wish I had it. It's like the one oil I was thinking of that I didn't bring, that you at least have a variety. All right. Also, you can make goodie bags or special DIY products based on the purpose of the event. For this event, Ray made these beautiful, wonderful rose spritz with our rose oil and also the beauty water from the Kangen machine. So it was kind of one of the draws for our Mother's Day specials. That was one of them. We had a little sleep special with some Serenity. We had our Malama sets. So we had certain things really geared for Mother's Day. And then we also had Ray made these great paint away rollers, and we put that in the section with Deep Blue because it was a fundraiser for the athletic department. So we knew there's going to be athletes around or people who were active. And so that was also kind of one of our highlights of our table. All right, make some signs. Make sure you have your Venmo QR code ready to go. So when people are ready to purchase things, you can make it fast. You can just show it to them rather than pulling it up on your phone. We also made a little enrollment sign letting them know that there is free membership right now, which we're going to talk about on the next slide. We also made a sign highlighting the different products that we had. So we had our Mother's Day sign that showed that off. And you can make things on Canva pretty easily. There's so many templates. I was in charge of that. And then we make a price list too, and that's really just for us, so we know how much we want to charge for things. So we're not looking it up in the catalog. We're not saying, oh, what am I going to charge? I'm going to charge the retail price. Am I going to charge halfway between wholesale and retail? So we had it all decided ahead of time, so there's not wasted time, because sometimes you got people at that table and you don't want to be flipping through things while people are just waiting. So yeah, that's kind of another tip. And then you guys can see here on the right side all the things we brought. So we have our giveaway that we do. We have the banners we brought. We actually ended up not putting our banners up just because we didn't have, the space just didn't lend itself well to it. But it was a new space for us. So now we know. We brought our signs in nice frames. Ray has a square that we use to for people to use credit card. We try to do Venmo or Cash more though. We try to have open products so that people can smell what they're purchasing. So we have our open products out and then the closed ones behind the table. Our pre-made things. We also have the stands. We have a little sign with different health concerns that we like to put right by each of the products that are associated with it. So all the sleep oils are next to it, and relaxation. We have digestive health is all together. And so then you can quickly refer to those oils or products to try when they bring certain health concerns up. Tablecloth. We have a trifold holder for our trifolds that we're giving away that has our information on there. And this time we had 2 different ones. We had one that was geared towards oils, and we have a trifold that I found on OneDrop that's all about MetaPower. And on both of them, we had our information on there. So it was like our business card. This time I didn't really pass cards out. We passed out trifolds, because then it's going home with them with education, which was great. And even if they just bought one thing, we slid something in there. So they left with something to read and learn more from.
And that's part of being like knowing what you're going to focus on, because ahead of time we said we're going to focus on MetaPower. And our outreach was largely about MetaPower.
Right. Sorry about that, Ray. All right. And then portable charger, we had our diffusers, we had I had a bubble going because I was selling my last 3 bubbles, which went really quickly. And then we had a pilot going too. So I brought a portable charger to recharge it after it died. Always helpful. And then gift bags for people to walk away with. So this is all the prep stuff, and it's a little harder when you're flying to Oahu than just driving somewhere, but we made it work. So yeah, I was thinking about this too. I was thinking, you know, I've done a bunch of events, and like I said before, it all depends on what people want that day. You never really know. You can just predict, but I have to say the products that typically sell really well are the ones listed here. Deep Blue, always have Deep Blue on hand, the oil, the rub, the stick. It's something everybody, I feel like it's, in my mind, it's like our number one product in a way, because people know it and they see it and they're like, oh yeah, I need some more of that, or I'm about to run out, or, oh, this person's tried it, I want to get one of those, or has told me about it. So I always have Deep Blue on hand. If you're making gift bags always help. There's a event I do at the holidays. I make little stocking stuffer bags, and the last 2 times they all sold out, almost all of them. So those go quickly because it's like one of the first things I'm like, oh, today I have this on hand or this, and they always usually go real quick. Sanitizers usually always sell well, but so weird. We sold like none this weekend. I don't know. You never know. Hero oils are On Guard, Peppermint, Breeze, Lavender. People who either maybe they have an account they don't use anymore, they want to restock, they're going to ask for that. It could be people that just have heard of it, or like lavender. Oh, I want to, you know, they don't know what to buy. They're going to buy some lavender. So have those on hand. Throat drops usually sell pretty well. Beadlets do as well, especially if someone's about to go on a trip. That happens to me almost every time. Someone's like, oh, I'm about to go on a trip, I need to restock, I don't have time to order. So they'll grab some throat drops, beadlets, some On Guard. And then also some special swag or limited time, because you can catch those people that are doTERRA customers that don't have a chance, that maybe missed out on the bubble or missed out on a specific oil that they really wanted to get. So having those extra special things is kind of nice too. But again, you don't need all of these to have an event. You can do an event super simple without these. But these, if you do have them on hand, bring them, might as well just bring them just in case. All right, so organizing your table, like I was saying before, we try to organize the table by our health concern or product. So we have on this table these little cute wooden stands. So we have skin, brain and memory. We have our adaptive there, sleep and relaxation, immunity, energy, and pain. And so we try to, all those products there are already open, so people can feel free to smell them, roll them on. And you don't have to be like, no, don't open those because they're new. We also, like I said before, have the flyers or the trifolds with our information on there. And we also do a giveaway. I don't have a picture of that. But the giveaway is a great way to get those contacts. And we give away one of those little sets, those trios of lavender, lemon, peppermint, because it's great for someone new to experience those oils because they're so amazing. And this time we had also a sign for free membership, which that was a game changer for, if you guys have done events before, it's pretty amazing to be able to say when they're like, oh, I want to buy this, that, and the other, after you've given them some education, you can say, oh, okay, great. Either I can sell it to you, or you could get all of these and get a free membership. Sorry, Ray, can you talk to that for just a second?
Sure. The thing about the giveaway, having those little giveaway slips, what I thought was really good is when people come to talk to you and then they're about to walk away, it's like the perfect opportunity to say, hey, did you see our giveaway? And then they stop again and fill out the form, and on the form and ask about their concerns and, you know, what things they want to know more about. So a few of those people who stopped and was going to just walk away ended up having more conversations with us. And, you know, that's the key, right? is the more conversations we can have with people and educate people, the more we can help them.
Exactly, which is, I think the next slide is all about during the event, how to interact with people. Because it's really easy just to stand at the table and let people just walk on by, but that's not gonna help you gain new contacts. You're not going to be teaching anyone. So you want to be super present. You have to be like, your eyes have to be on every person walking by, because that moment where they look at your table, they're making a quick decision if they want to stop or not. And so if they see you with a welcoming smile and you're giving them eye contact, they're much more likely to come to your table. If you're talking story with someone on the side, they're going to walk right by. So you want to be present. And then once they...
That's why, thank goodness, we had Lel and Lisa with us, because there was no way we could have engaged with that many people without our team there. So thank you, Lel and Lisa, because you're on this call, and you folks were like gold over there with us. Yeah, because like Kate said, as soon as you make eye contact and you talk story with them, but if you don't do that, a lot of people will just walk on by. And the other thing is to not stand behind, because if you have enough people, someone can be behind, someone can be in the front, right? And so, you know, one of the things we did was we had those rose sprays. And when people stop, I would say, you want to feel incredible? You just want to feel incredible? And then, of course, they're going to say yes. So then, you know, you take off your glasses or whatever. I go, close your eyes. And then I make it so magical. You know, you spray the rose spray on them. And they loved it. People just loved feeling cared for. That's the feeling I got anyway, that they felt cared for. Yeah. So, okay, Kate, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's true. The rose sprays were a hit, and it was great that we had a sample to get people intrigued on there. And then another great way, just a good entry point, is just asking the question, do you use essential oils? Because right off the bat, you're going to see what knowledge level they're at, if they're familiar, if they have no clue. And so the question is either going to be yes or no. If it's no, then you give your little elevator speech about doTERRA and essential oils, like what essential oils can do for your body, for your emotions, the quality about doTERRA, asking them about health concerns, and jumping into that education. If they say yes, you go, great. So do you use doTERRA essential oils? Then you have another yes or no. You know, if they say yes, great. Do you have a wholesale membership? And then they might say yes or no. And then you just keep using those questions to inquire, because it's going to lead you to what you want to share with them. If they have a membership, it's not the end. You say, great, I'm so glad you have a membership yourself. We have some limited time products that maybe you missed out on, or we made some special products today that use our oils, and then you can share those things. If they don't have a membership and they're like, oh, I just buy on the side, you can say, oh, that's great. You know, either what are the ones you like, just to start making that relationship with the person, and or it can lead you to, oh, also, did you know the membership right now is free? And I love that we could say it's new. There's no membership fee anymore. So now you can purchase all the oils at the wholesale price. No big deal. And everyone was like, oh, wow. So we got quite a few people who enrolled with just one or two oils because they didn't want more. And you're at that event and you're like, great, this is great. Because now I sold some product, which is going to be actually on their account. And then I also made a new customer that I'm going to be able to foster a relationship with, teach more, and possibly have as a active customer later on. So I've never had an event like that where people were so quickly interested in membership because it was free and it was something new. So that was huge. So for those of you who are doing events, make sure you capitalize on that every single time you are selling a product. because of course you want to get rid of your stash, but even better, you get a new
You want a new
customer on your
customer.
team.
I wanted to jump in real quick too and just remind everyone that this is kind of why it's important to know what promotions are always happening in doTERRA world. Besides the free membership at any amount, there is also the free Pebble diffuser with 150 PV enrollment. So you want to know what all of the tiers and all the layers are. It probably would be best to have like a sign for that, so you're not explaining it and overwhelming people. But sometimes it's like if they're close to 100 PV, hey, just so you know, no pressure, but if you do 100 PV, you actually will get free shipping, which will save you $8. And for this month, like this is the last month of Diamond Club, and you'll get a $47 bottle of Adaptive. Like here, this is our stress and anxiety blend. Like here, smell this. And then you decide, right? And then if they're and then at 150 PV, they get all of those things, free membership, free shipping, free Adaptive, and a free Pebble diffuser. And at 200 PV, they get a free 5 ml bottle, all of those things. So those kinds of promotions you probably want to have on a poster or flyer ready to go too, as a way to like help people see even more value. I love getting people as many freebies as possible. So just a reminder about that too. The 150 PV enrollment is a free Pebble all the time. The other Diamond Club promotions do end this month.
Plus, I wanted to jump off of that. Having the ability to pay by credit card was a selling point for us in as for enrollments, because when they would bring out their credit card, I go, oh, are you going to pay with a credit card? Okay, I said, you know, if you're going to pay with a credit card, you can get these products for even cheaper. Because we don't sell at wholesale price, right? We're going to sell above wholesale price. So then we said, if you're going to pay with a credit card anyway, why don't you do this? And then you'll get it at wholesale, and you have the opportunity to have it shipped to your door. And then you can leap into all those layers like Eliza was saying. So I think that's how we got like 3 of our 100 PV plus enrollments, was because they started out with, I'm going to pay with a credit card.
Yeah, and then it was nice to layer on, oh, if you add one more product of, you know, about this much, you'll also get, like Liza said, the Adaptive. That helped for definitely one of my enrollments to get to 100, and it capitalized on that. Oh, and you'll get free shipping. So yes, all those work really well. And so you just have to be a really good listener, and you also have to provide the information. Like and I have to say, when I first started with doTERRA, I always didn't want to be salesy. I still don't want to be salesy, but you have to switch your mind and be like, I'm giving them all the information they need to make the best purchase for what works for them, and also to maximize the promos and the deals too. So you have to make sure you've got that service mindset on, rather than, oh, I'm being pushy or that, so forth. You know how that goes. Okay. One other thing too, before they leave, if they haven't yet, make sure they enter that giveaway. I always say, hey, make sure you enter our giveaway for this introductory set of the oils. And so then it's great because you can get their information. And on those little giveaways, which we all have these forms, actually I have one right here. Sometimes on the back, we'll write down a little bit of information about them after they put it in the bowl or whatever. If they were interested in MetaPower, or if it's like, oh, they wanted a bubble, or if they wanted this or that, just I write that. So then later on, I can remember who they are, and I can put their face in context into my follow-up when I do that. And then Ray also wanted to make sure to remind us to use each other's strengths, which we very much did that day to make sure that the table kept flowing. She was doing mini class after mini class on MetaPower on the side, which was great because she could just go through that information. She's connecting with people while I'm here, you know, pulling in the people that are walking by with Lel and Lisa, who are also helping keep organized and So we all kind of just teamed it that day. Like if there was a need, someone just did it. And we definitely focused on our strengths too. All right. And then here, I kind of said it already, but maximize that free enrollment. Once they're ready to buy, let them know they can get that free membership. And then they can make the choice on how they're going to order. So this was the sign that we had up this month, free wholesale prices. Ask me how. And we also made QR codes of our website so we could get to it quickly. So one thing I wish we had done is maybe brought iPad or computer ready so that we could have them do it on a separate device, because we kept using our phones, which I guess it wasn't bad, but it was a little tricky when we needed the square. All right, and then after your event, you're like exhausted, you got to put everything away, but you get to contact your winner of your giveaway, which is always fun, like, hey, you won. And then you can meet up with them in some way, which is another opportunity to connect. You get all those contacts, and you can offer classes, invite them to upcoming education opportunities, whether it's an in-person class or Zoom. Look at what their needs were, remind yourself if you wrote a note, what the right follow-up is for each person. And then you can also, if you enrolled people at the event, you can support and enroll those people just like you would anyone else, but making sure to do that timely. So yeah, last but not least, if you see an opportunity to do a table, don't even I'm kind of crazy. I say yes. Half the time, I don't even know if my calendar is open. I just go, yep, I'll do it. So if you see an opportunity, say yes. If I can't do it after I sign up for something, I'll ask my team, because I'm like, if I don't want it, I want them to go do it, because I want them to have these experiences too. So sign up when you see things, or ask how you can be a part of things. Just get yourself out there and take that risk, because it really does push yourself and your business forward while you're being of service for your community. Ray, do you want to add anything else? No. Awesome.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I think we covered a lot.
So I guess last but not least, our tips here. Don't overcomplicate it. We can. I know we overcomplicate it. So pick things that work. But the whole time, remember to laugh and have fun, because it really, doing events is great. We had this really amazing Uber driver. Her name was Bernice. And there she is right there, taking pictures of us with our ridiculous luggage. Thank you, Bernice. It was a team effort, that's for sure. Oh, awesome.
It's a good thing that Ray's platinum and gets lots of free bags.
Yeah, that's right. Or else we wouldn't have had that
We
many.
maxed it out.
And then the woman who was checking us in at the table there, she actually was on Ray's team.
Oh, that's funny.
It was hilarious. She's like taking our IDs. They're like, she's like, Kate Welch, I know this name. You always text me.
That's great.
Yay.
Oh my God, I love it. Thanks, you
Yeah.
guys. That was so awesome. Honestly, I love this last picture though, because if what Kate and Ray did share does feel a little overwhelming, know that in the end, doing vendor events is a way for you to connect with more people, to build your network, and to get more education and more doTERRA into people's lives. So you can make it as simple or as extravagant as you want it to be. And I think when you do it, you figure out what works for you. I think some of the big takeaways is, as much as possible, always try to have a partner. I do agree with that. And because if you're engaging with somebody, you can't engage with anybody else. And just be clear on what your goal is for the event, which could change with various targeted groups. The other thing that's so great about vendor events is that people are doing the advertising and inviting for you, right? So you are getting to kind of just show up at these events that other people have promoted and are going to help spread the word. So thanks you guys so much. That was super awesome. I'm excited to start doing some vendor events coming up soon. All right, so we are going to just take the last few minutes here. Just a gentle but push that just reminder that the first Wednesday in May is, instead of our team call, we're going to be up at Hale Maka'olu. We are hosting Dr. Kat from doTERRA. We are super excited to have her. This event is $10 registration fee. Everybody is going to get an oil or a swag item for attending, but such an awesome opportunity to connect with doTERRA, like the scientific, medical, people. And so please register for this, and please invite. This is open to everyone. There is going to be incredible opportunities, exclusive discounts for current customers and for potential enrollees at the event. So please, and I'm kind of begging at this point, because we have to show an adequate amount of numbers for doTERRA to keep bringing people to Maui. Oahu is kind of a given, but getting people on Maui is huge. And so we have to show up. So please definitely invite. So we were going to ask you guys to invite a few people tonight, but I know it's getting a little late. So if you don't mind making sure, one, that you're registered, and if you're not, the links are like everywhere, but if you can't seem to find them, just text me and I'll shoot them to you real quick. Wednesday, May 3rd is the Oahu event. Saturday, May 6th is, Wednesday, May 3rd is the Maui event. Saturday, May 6th is the Oahu event. And there is an Oahu Biz training on Friday, May 5th as well, in the evening. Again, everything is in the WhatsApp Build and Share group. If you're not part of that, make sure you're in there, or in the Builders Facebook group. But if you need these, please let me know. Please take the time tomorrow to invite at least 5 people. I want to honor your guys' time tonight. So, but please, I really am saying please a lot, because we really need to get people to these events. We're so lucky to get doTERRA corporate here. Just a friendly reminder too, I am doing a lifestyle overview tomorrow night at 8:00. No registrants yet, but besides following up with this, which is actually would be perfect if you're following up with your new customers from this month or last month, get them onto my lifestyle overview tomorrow at 8 and send them this, link for this, and also say, and we would love to have you at our lifestyle overview. Like, let's get those people educated. Thanks, Kanan, for dropping all those links into the chat. I think that's it. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead. Kate, you want to go ahead and stop your share? And we'll take a quick team picture. So nice to have so many people on the call tonight. Thank you. All right. So if you don't mind turning on your cameras. Smile. Oh, few more people. I love it. Yay. All right, everyone. Thank you for showing up for yourselves, for your community, for your connection, for your learning, for your growth. Thank you so much for Amanda for all of that amazingly insightful Ylang education, and for Kate and Ray sharing all of the vendor event magic. We are sending all of you guys all of our love and support as you go out and share doTERRA with others. And don't forget, when you do vendor events, please tag me. I love reposting, sharing the event, and then reposting pictures of them. So be sure that you tag me as well on Instagram. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.